Willkommen! My name is Sean Huggins. I'm an American living in Germany, and on this channel, I'm looking to learn all about life in Germany and Europe in general through watching silly videos and stuff on the internet with you guys. So if you enjoy, consider subscribing. We got new videos every single day. And today's comment of the day comes from Vivi Northbell. And they say, when I have been asked how I am by random people, and I do have a really shitty time and tell them, I often get a hug. I like free hugs. Vivi Northbell, thank you so much for the comment. This is basically referring to how Americans say, hey, how are you, as almost a way of saying hello. And essentially, if an American is to go up to a German and say, hey, how are you? A German might take it literally and say, well, you know, I'd stubbed my toe coming over here and my dog crapped on the floor. I'm a little bit cold right now. My car's not running very well. And you kind of have bad breath. But apparently with Vivi, when she is completely honest about not having a good day with people, more often than not, she gets a hug out of it. And honestly, that's not a bad deal, I think. So I'm glad that you are able to get some hugs when you're having a crappy day. Hopefully my videos are sort of like a little virtual hug on those crappy days. But speaking of which, let's get into today's reaction. This is a banger today, folks. I'm excited about this one. Today we have, why are so many Americans moving to Germany? So Your True Brit interviewed some people, obviously Americans, and asked, why did you move to Germany? And we're gonna hear some answers. Obviously, I am American and I moved to Germany, but I suspect it is for very different reasons than these people did. I moved to Germany because my fiance's American visa ran out, and I was basically like, okay, I'm just gonna sell everything and move to Germany with you. And so here I am. But I suspect that these people are gonna say like the education system, universal healthcare, safety, stuff like that, stuff along those lines. But I don't know, let's find out together. That's just my prediction, so los gates.
California.
New Jersey.
California is a very desirable state.
I don't like her
From
voice
the United
already.
States.
I'm from Kentucky originally.
I don't
in the
like that
States.
lady's voice
Why do you
already.
think Americans like to move to Germany so much? Why is there so many?
Oh god.
The beer!
Whenever you come to Germany, you realize how many Americans actually are here. Let's
Really?
find out why so
I live in the middle of nowhere in Germany, and I think that I'm the only American in like a 1,000 square kilometer radius around me. I think what this guy means is there's a lot of Americans moving to probably mostly the big cities in Germany, but I understand what
many
he's saying.
Americans decide to move to Germany. Is it because of the work-life balance or something more?
Maybe. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Let's find out together. Aha, München. Let's see. Oh.
I think it's the quality of life. I think that Germany has certain laws and regulations, and they adhere to them. For example, when we got in the taxi driver said we can't put luggage in the front. In America, you can literally do whatever you want.
Oh, God. I could tell by her voice. I could tell by the way she was talking. I don't know how, but I could just tell in the first 3 seconds of the opening clip, this lady's got something going on. Because that is just not true. We have laws and rules and regulations in America. That is just a complete and utter lie. You can't just do whatever you want. That's insane. That doesn't even make any sense. It's people like this that spread lies about America that make all these memes about America happen. It's like a German going to America and going on a YouTube video and saying everyone in Germany wears lederhosen every single day. All day, every day, everyone's in lederhosen. That's how all of Germany is. That's Germany. Like, it's just a lie, and it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, cool hat though. I like her
I think
hat.
something that Americans experience when they come to different European countries, maybe
What's this guy
especially
all
a place like a region like Bavaria, is there's such a clear kind of ethos or identity. There's a history, there's a culture, there's a unique dialect, unique foods, unique drinks.
Traffic and public transportation, and I guess in the umbrella of that is the social welfare in general.
I think he means maybe there's more options other than driving cars in Germany, which is definitely the case. In America, it is mostly dependent on driving cars unless you live in a city. And in Germany, it's definitely not so much the case. Not as much, at least.
General across healthcare and the culture really kind of allows for that. More sociability. It doesn't feel like it's a dog eat dog.
There's so much to do outside. Everybody spends time outside. Everybody's so nice here. It's easy to just talk to everybody. The food here is amazing. There's so much bio kind of food here. People just really take care of their lives and living here.
I'm much more aware of how loud me and my friends are in public. That's just a habit.
Well, that's good.
I like beer a lot more now. I wasn't a beer drinker before I came here, and now I'm a
That's good.
big beer girl. Now,
beer is good.
I will always preface when I walk into
beer.
a shop or something, I'll ask, "Sprechen Sie English?" Just make sure they speak English. So I'm
Probably better if you move to a foreign country and you're actually living there that you try to speak the foreign language before diverting instantly into your native language. Even if the person speaks way better English than you speak German, which would probably most often be the case for quite some time until you have a pretty good grasp on German. I think that you should still speak German as much as possible, and then if things aren't working out in the conversation, then ask, hey, do you speak any English or whatever? Instead of just walking into any situation being like, hey, speak English? But, I mean, maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I'm not like assuming, everybody speaks English here.
Why do so many Americans say about this work-life balance? Like, how big of a difference is it for you?
Yeah, it definitely exists a lot more here than in the U.S. I mean, in the U.S. it's just work, work, work. If you want to get time off, then, make sure you take like what you're allowed. But here, it's just, they want to make sure that you're happy and you can actually live your life.
To a degree. There's definitely a better work-life balance in Germany, but you're still expected to work about 40 hours a week on average, minus the holiday days and stuff. But you get a lot more holiday days and a lot more sick days in Germany standard than you do at most jobs in America. And that's where the work-life balance really takes a big leap forward in Germany. But really, if you're going to work in Germany, you're expected to do about 40 hours a week. If you're going to work in America, you're expected to do about 40 hours a week. I know that the numbers are a little bit less in Germany than that, but it's not a huge difference between Germany and America until you get to the standard holidays and the standard sick leave. That's when there's a huge differential compared to America's standard sick leave and standard holidays. And like I said, that's where the work-life balance really shines through in Germany.
Yeah, big difference.
Well, COVID changed everything.
Oh, God.
For the first time ever, people could
Her
work
voice,
remotely and keep their job. And once they started doing that,
I worked remotely for 2 years leading up to COVID, 100% full time. And then COVID happened and I got a different job and that one was remote, but that was just because of COVID. That was 100% remote job just because of COVID. But remote work existed before COVID. You just had to have the right employer, basically.
they said, well, shoot, if I'm willing to work in a different time zone, for example, my daughter works for Amazon.
Fascinating.
And she's based in Seattle, but she lives in New York because they said, fine. So it's a 3-hour time difference, but she enjoys that. She gets up earlier and she has more time to herself. But you can work in Europe and have a 6-hour time difference or 8-hour time difference. So as
What's
long
the point?
as your company allows you
What's your point, lady?
and you pay your taxes, often an international company says, yes, you can live wherever you want.
In the United States.
Okay. I understand. She's saying that there's a lot more remote jobs now, so that could be why a lot more Americans are moving to Germany. They still have remote jobs based in America, but they're choosing to actually live in Germany. Gotcha. Cool. Let's continue.
States, it's go home, it's go to work, go home, go to work, go home. That's all there is. And people brag about how long it's been since they take a vacation.
Yep.
In America, we live to work, and here it feels like we work to live.
Oh, dude, I hate that. Dude, that freaking saying is so stupid. I work to live, and then I live to work, and then I live to work to work to work to live to work. I mean, I know what he's trying to say, but dude, people work really hard in Germany too. Like, when I see videos like this, people try to make it sound like if you move to Germany or Europe, then it's just sunshine and rainbows and nobody works and everybody makes a bunch of money and everything is free and provided for you. But it's not like that. You still have to work hard and stuff. There is better work-life balance in Germany compared to America, but like if you see these little tiny clips of people talking about it, you would think that, oh, you just move to Europe and then you just live out your remaining years and everything is provided for you and you work like 3 hours a day and everything is just chill. And dude, people work hard in Germany, and that's why the economy is so strong, and that's why the job market is so strong, and that's why they have all these social programs, because people still do work hard. It's just a better work-life balance. But when you take these little clips of people saying some stuff, it makes it seem like, oh, it's just this magical land where you could just retire when you're 17 years old and everything comes to you. But it's not like that. You still got to work hard, you know?
So it's nicer. Yeah, you go out and you see there's like people in the cafe. We don't really have this kind of culture in the streets. You know, everybody's driving. Everybody's kind of in their own silo of thought.
Don't have cafes in America?
We're usually driving.
Have you heard of Starbucks?
Again, and yeah, the work-life balance here, there's more of the life part. And I think that as Americans, that's kind of actually what we want or need more of is that.
I don't disagree. at all.
You can kind of spot an American, right? Because the stereotypical way is they're very loud.
They're waving a flag.
Hoping, you know, don't kill me, Americans. We can grab some guys and see what they're going to say. You good? You ready? Let's go. What do you think about the healthcare? I know, obviously, why is it so different in America? Like, a lot of people are saying about the healthcare is not the best. What's your opinion on that?
I mean, having a baby in the U.S., so if you have a C-section, it's $60,000 plus. If you have a regular delivery, it's $30,000. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's if you don't have insurance. And even if you don't have insurance, usually you don't have to actually pay that much. Usually the hospital will take that as a tax deduction, or you'll be put on some sort of payment plan where you don't have to actually pay nearly as much as that. But the main difference with the healthcare system in America is that it's so damn complicated in America. There are far too many options and far too many things to consider when you get healthcare in America, because you have to do everything yourself. And if you choose not to, or you think, oh, I'm a healthy person, I don't need to pay $100 a month for healthcare, I never go to the doctors. So you choose to not have healthcare, and then something happens where you break your leg, and that's when you hear these stories of people getting these bills that they can't afford and all these kinds of things. But the system is similar in that you can just sign up for health insurance and you pay $100 a month or $150 a month or whatever, and it just comes straight out of your paycheck, and then you have health insurance. But you have so many different options, and so many different things cover other things that don't cover this other thing, and it's just so complicated in America, and that's the biggest problem. It should be simplified and made so easy for people to decide what they want to do or not do. Whereas in Germany, everybody is covered no matter what. You have different options and stuff, but no matter what, you're always covered, even at the bare minimum. And that's how it should be. But in America, you have a choice. If you don't want insurance, you don't have to pay for it. And that is sometimes when you see some of these stories of people with these outrageous bills. But at the same time, you have to be careful with these stories of people getting outrageous bills, because a lot of people post that stuff on the internet to get reactions when it's fabricated and it's not the truth, or they get a large bill and their insurance actually covers it, but they don't mention that part in the video. They just show the itemized bill that the insurance sent them, and then they don't say that the insurance covers it, and they make it seem like they have to pay $100,000 or whatever. Or like I said, the hospital might write off all of your expenses for a tax deduction or whatever. Like, it's just so complicated in America, and it's just not always what it seems on the internet, and it's just way too complicated. That's all. That's the problem. The biggest problem.
Yeah.
It's just way too complicated.
I know. And so I think people end up kind of, getting it written off with financial aid somehow, or a lot of people end up going into debt.
Why don't we just go to Canada? The healthcare, I don't know. I honestly can't say anything educated about that. I haven't had any significant, thankfully, problems with that.
I respect that.
I really want to say this. So Obama created a healthcare disaster, and instead of just creating a healthcare program for the 22% of people who were uncovered and giving them some universal coverage, he changed everyone's healthcare. People like me, who pay an enormous amount of money for private healthcare, pay a lot more now for a lot less. So my benefits greatly decreased under the new Obamacare system. He burdened the system with a huge amount of bureaucracy that wastes a huge amount of the funding. So when my cousin had a bike accident in France and she broke her
That is unfortunately that's just not how that works. I think this goes back to basically the healthcare system in America is so confusing for so many people, for most people, that they don't even know what is happening, what they're paying for, what they're not paying for, who gets what under what conditions. And it's just so confusing that you have people that can spread stuff on the internet and then you believe it or you don't believe it. And then you hear something else on the internet and it's just so confusing in America that you have people that just don't even know what's going on. And that is the biggest problem, is that it is so damn confusing and complicated for no reason. And then you have most people that don't know how to navigate it and deal with it. And that's a huge problem.
Her hand, and the paramedics came, 6 of them, and took her off to the hospital and mended her. She was presented with no bill.
Yeah, I mean, I think healthcare in the U.S. is very privatized, so it's a very strange system how it grew up. How basically health insurance is provided by your employer. So unless you have that full-time employed status, seeking out your own health insurance, it can be very expensive. Now, there have been a lot of laws passed in the past decade under Obama, and then different states doing their own kind of thing that have created markets that are more affordable for individuals who aren't employed. But yeah, there certainly could be efforts to pursue more widely accessible and affordable health care.
Yeah, Obamacare was designed for people with no jobs or people with jobs that are below the poverty line to be able to afford health care. But even that is very complicated. I used to work for the government organization that would give people health care who were between jobs or homeless or didn't make enough at their job to pay for their own health care. And just those types of health cares were so complicated, you basically had to be a professional like myself in order to understand those things. And that was just basically the Obamacare. That wasn't all the other private companies that offer healthcare by themselves. It's really stupid and really messed up.
For one, it's not horribly expensive. We don't have to pay. Here in Germany, yeah, the employers pay for a lot of it, and it's automatically deducted. Whereas there,
same in Germany, same in America, depending on your job.
It's a lot of stress to think.
It just goes back to complications.
Go to the doctor and pay for it for the next 3 years.
How different is it bringing a family in Germany compared to America? How different is it?
Oh gosh, it's so different. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So we've lived in other countries, and I think just adapting here was just it was just so easy. You know, a lot of people here speak English. Everybody's just really kind. I don't know, but going to the U.S., I think it's just...
They haven't seen my YouTube comment section.
I wanted to find out some more information about why some Americans are coming to Germany. So I thought of a great idea to go visit a USA store.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
I think so. I have many customers here, American customers.
Well, this guy is definitely American.
Who are ex-military people, yeah, who were stationed in Augsburg or somewhere around in Germany, and they married to a German wife. And
okay.
Also, there are big companies around here. Yeah, international big companies, and they have employees coming from the States. They maybe stay a year or two in Germany, yeah, and they miss stuff from home, yeah.
Do you think that the American culture and the German culture are quite similar in terms of?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of. There's some different things, yeah, but it's yeah. Germans they try to be an American.
We've had a lot of.
Yeah, German and American culture is a lot more similar than I think either side wants to admit. It's not to say there aren't a lot of differences, but if you look on a global scale, the American and the German culture are a lot more similar than, like I said, people on either side really want to admit. But I think that's a good thing. I think both countries are good.
If Americans ask me, what advice would you give someone wanting to move from America to Germany? A lot of Americans have asked me to ask.
Start learning German.
My advice is just do it and go for it and find a support system.
Make a German friend that
it's
can
not
help
the
you with
easiest,
everything.
But it'll be one of the best choices.
All the bureaucracy and stuff.
Thank you so much.
you so much.
Absolutely phenomenal interview. That is absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure, man. Your tattoos are sick.
Bye. The pleasure is mine. Namaste.
I'm gonna give you my card.
Tschüssi.
Massive thank you to everyone in this
Danke.
episode.
Wow, action-packed episode. Yeah, I think that even though I moved here for a bit of a different reason than everybody else, if I did move here for a reason other than ESA, it would probably be for free higher education. If I ever was able to get into a university in Germany for free, then I probably would have done that, let alone higher education than that, maybe a master's degree or something. Then that would probably be the main reason why I would have moved to Germany. The second main reason would probably be the ease of travel. Because Germany is so perfectly located in like the center of Western Europe, it's easy to travel all around. If you're living in Germany, you can get to so many different countries so quickly. And that has been great since living here so far. And that's a big reason why I wanted to move here too, was because I knew that it would be easy to travel from here using Germany as like a home base. So that's another big reason. Obviously, the work-life balance is better here. Obviously, the healthcare system is better here, or at the very least like a no-brainer to understand. Safety is also a lot better in Germany depending on where you're from in America, so that could obviously be a big thing too. But yeah, I'm curious, what do you guys think? Why do you think so many Americans are moving to Germany? Do you think that a lot of Americans are even moving to Germany? Maybe you think that there's not even a lot of Americans moving to Germany. I don't know. That's why I asked you guys, the experts. Let me know down in the comments below. At any rate though, that's all the time that I have for today. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing. We got new videos every single day. Check the links in the description for all of my other social media, including my vlog channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.